Welcome back to our podcast, guys and ladies, of course.
And
We
everything in between.
Amen.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello. We include everybody. So we just talked about some pretty intense paranormal stuff that has gone on in our lives. So we want to bring the mood up a little bit and talk about some music. Just a little short segment on music. The new Post Malone album came out. Now I'm not too big on like the modern pop music.
Same, yeah. I prefer music with, classic instrumentals. Not maybe classical music,
Yeah,
which
but
I
like,
love. I do like classical music, but
I know what you mean. A friend of ours is a friend of mine. Would you consider Gabe your friend? Not really, huh? You've only hung out like
I
twice.
would consider him an acquaintance.
And a good acquaintance. He's a really big fan of Post Malone, so we were checking out his new album. Christian here checked out a few of his songs right now, and I just gotta say, man, like Post Malone, there's a lot of hype behind this new album, Beerbongs and Bentleys, and it's amazing. It's literally amazing. 18 songs, and for the most part, they're great. I'm still warming up to most of them. But yeah, have you heard any new music? Any cool stuff?
To touch on Post Malone, his first album, I forget what it's called already. It's the
Stoney.
orange one. Stoney? That's
yeah.
right. I liked it. I liked it a lot, and I'm not a fan of the modern pop music. I think it's really simplistic and doesn't require a whole lot of talent. I'm very old school. I like bands a lot. I like a lot of the bands that maybe aren't too familiar. The kind of psych rock, I guess. Dance Gavin Dance, a lot like Birds, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed a lot of Post Malone's first album. Because I do like that kind of music. I just don't really listen to it a whole lot. And the few tracks that I listened to off the new album, what was it called? Beerbongs and Bentleys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty solid. I like it. If there's any of the newer, I guess, artists, I really dig Post Malone.
Yeah. To touch on what you said, that stuff is getting really simplistic. This is gonna sound kind of like self-indulgent or whatever, but I was, like, I struggle with like writing lyrics, and I'm pretty proud of the lyrics I write for my music and all that. It's a tough thing, like when writing lyrics, like cohesive lyrics, a story or whatever. And then on the flip side, the music that's getting big nowadays, a lot of it is just like one word. Like I was listening to. There's a lot of hype behind the new who is it? J. Cole, I think, the new J. Cole album. And there's a song. Let me pull it up. One of them just like it's pretty much just one line the whole song. I forgot, but the point is there's so much repetition, and I don't know, it kind of irks me. Like there are artists that take their time. Like I think there was a meme comparing like a Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. How it's like.
It's just this epic masterpiece of a song.
And then you got Nicki Minaj. You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe.
Is that like really how one of her songs goes?
Yeah, one of her songs. Literally, like that's all it says. The video is cringeworthy, but god damn it, like she makes millions off of that shit.
I think that's a little fucked up.
I think that's a little fucked up. Yeah, like I don't know if that speaks of society's how do you call it, attention span maybe getting like with all this instant gratification, and like you want pleasure, you can just look on your iPad or your MacBook or whatever. We're just instilled in like getting like that dose of dopamine. And I don't know if that's killing our ability to, I don't know, digest really deep lyrics, to where something like "You a stupid hoe" is like stimulating.
Like, wow,
like
that's deep.
Yeah, like it stimulates your brain.
This song relates to me because I also think someone is a stupid hoe.
That's right.
They did something like that on this movie called Pop Star with Andy Samberg.
Okay.
It was really fucking funny, actually. It was actually Linkin Park helped with the song on it. It was called "In My Jeep."
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, these are the things in my Jeep. And there's one of the artists, I forget who it was, but it was a real artist. And he's like, and I know this was a joke, but he's like, I didn't really like the song because the same things he had in his Jeep weren't the same things I had in my Jeep. But like, I don't know, it's just like, if that's what you find relatable and you're not really, taking a deep look into what your life really means to you. And I think that's kind of wrong that artists have strayed from that and have been reduced to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Same with the beats, like nowadays, like, for example, artists as big as Drake, and like they do, like, I'm not saying they're not talented, for the most part. Like, these artists are really, really talented, but let's say they'll buy their beats off of like some website, like they'll download a beat, they'll rap over it with some really simplistic, lyrics, and then boom, profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It maybe I'm being a little selfish, but like as a musician, like it just irks me, like my songs have like a lot of like they're really intricate in the lyrics and all this, and then sometimes I get like, well, why am I writing like this? Like nobody's gonna listen to this, and it makes me question like no, I'm doing this for myself, like I want to write what I want to write.
Yeah.
But then I could just throw all that stuff away and then just write about like hoes and drugs. And I don't know. So it's kind of a struggle for me now. That's why it's kind of hard for me to get into like the modern music, like Post Malone. Like if you just say like, oh, check out his album, I'm like it's one of those new rappers, like he's probably mumble rapping or whatever. And then you start listening to it and it's like, okay, so this guy, he plays the guitar, he writes the lyrics to his music, that's cool.
His melodies are actually really good. The way he sings,
he's a
it's
great
definitely
singer.
different. It's like a sing rap.
Yeah,
Almost.
he's got a great voice. He's really, very, very talented. He's like younger than us, and he's like doing big things. So,
Bieber's also younger than us.
Bieber's also, but he had a lot of ghost writers. Like when he got, like growing up, he still does.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's just the thing. Like there's so many like cooks in the kitchen, and then like he's just the face of it, and then everybody profits. So. Bieber is really, really, really talented, but I don't know.
I'd like to see Bieber like start an alternative rock band or something. I feel like he'd probably be like really good at it. He plays like every instrument.
Yeah, I would listen to the shit out of that. Actually, he's a great drummer. Have you seen his drums?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's insane.
I was thinking back when he had like a higher voice, he could be like a front man to a post-hardcore band, like those guys who sing really high.
Like Dragon Force, Iron Maiden.
Baby, in the style of, there's a Slipknot video.
Oh,
it was a psychosocial baby.
Baby, yeah,
yeah, that was great. I love the shit out of that.
Yeah, I love that video too. But, ladies and gentlemen, do you have anything to add to that before we ask them for their opinion?
Just some disclosure: we're not trying to bash any music or anybody's music taste, because DJs, who write that kind of music, where everything's kind of generated on a computer, we're not trying to say you don't have talent, because some of them really do. Like, have you seen Zed actually play a piano?
Yeah,
dude, it's fucking crazy.
That's another thing. Like a lot of people have this misconception, or how is it, misconception? That DJs just take their laptops, plug it into speakers, and then just press play.
Some of them do, and you know who you are.
Well, they do, but to create that mix, that's where the talent is. So, I've dabbled in a little bit of DJ stuff myself, and I was like, oh my god, like I kind of know how it all works, and it does take like some musical knowledge, like matching your BPMs, matching the keys of songs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Key marks in the songs to fade in and out. So, being a DJ is like you do need to have talent for that. So yeah, not bashing on that. Everybody making music in general just takes talent. If it's either like folk music, heavy metal music, or electronic music, like to program electronic shit. Like I do a lot of electronics on my music, and like it's a lot of like sliders and parameters, and you have to do math sometimes too. So yeah, like. I mean, I am bashing on like, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe. Or
yeah, I agree.
I bash on that. Like, I don't have a problem admitting that that's just terrible.
Yeah.
Anybody can agree with me because that's that's purely my opinion. Like that takes no talent. You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. Like to write that, a monkey could write that. But like the music behind it, for
Monkey
example.
probably did write that.
Yeah, but making music and all that, I don't know. It takes talent. So we're in a weird spot right now with music, and it's I kind of like it too because like there's a little bit there's music for everybody. Like people who appreciate like you a stupid hoe. I don't know why I keep using that one as a reference, but people there are that music is there. If you don't appreciate that, that's cool. You don't have to listen to that. Just go and listen to whatever. Now on Spotify you just click on your favorite genre and bam. So
That being said,
drop the mic. Boom.